Alright guys, today we're taking a look at my first reaction to the huge Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition overview trailer that Nintendo dropped recently. In this overview trailer, they go over a number of different things, quality of life features, showing off the game in full, detailing the online multiplayer, and more. So we're going to get my first reaction. I have not watched it before, so we're going to delve into all of this awesomeness right here. I do want to say, if you enjoy Xenoblade Chronicles X content, Nintendo Switch 2 RPG stuff, if you can hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're someone new, and click that notification bell, it helps me out a lot as well. So let's go ahead and jump right into what's going on here with the overview trailer for Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition.
Releasing hatch. Please stand clear.
Already looking really good.
Hey there. Looks like you're all in one piece. You don't even remember your own name?
Rescued from your stasis
the character
pod,
creator?
You are one of the few surviving members of humanity.
All the different hairstyles. Different past Xenoblade characters' hairstyles and stuff that you can pick from. Pyra, Mithra, Malos.
A casualty
More.
of an intergalactic war between alien races, Earth has been annihilated.
Earth.
In
Shook.
search of a new home, the remnants of humanity crash land on a mysterious planet known as Mira.
A beautiful planet. Planet looks great. Getting our first field look.
Sprawling, untamed alien world is home to diverse biomes and inhabited by ferocious wildlife of all sizes.
They remastered it. Still with basic art geometry, but just
With Earth lost, the remaining survivors must establish a new home on Mira.
better
to ensure
resolution.
Humanity's survival.
That is the mining operations that used to be dual screen.
Welcome to New Los Angeles, a city built from the remains of the ship and your base of operations. The city is divided into districts, including commercial, industrial, and residential. It's also home to all kinds of people.
Got tennis courts.
You can obtain protective gear and powerful weapons that'll aid your exploration.
That's going to be a lot better now with how they've done Blade.
The
All right, here
planet's
we go.
creatures might not take kindly to trespassers. In battle, you'll strike with normal attacks, as well as special moves called arts. When allies call out to you in the heat of battle, move in and strike. Use a corresponding art that matches their call to support one another.
Gets the flow of battle going whenever you do that. It feels great to play. I like that about X.
By fulfilling certain conditions, you can engage Overdrive.
Overdrive,
allowing
baby.
you to dish out multiple arts in a row to deal massive damage.
Combat. So great. Cannot wait. Let's get into the scales, baby. Let's go.
Once you obtain a license, you can use Scouts,
Black Tar.
powerful armored vehicles developed by humanity. Pilot your Skell to explore the furthest reaches of Mira. And as a fierce weapon in combat.
Woo. Going high above the skies. Let's go.
There are multiple types of Skells, and they can be customized to suit your preferred combat style.
Oh, it's been a while since I've seen this. Got new scales too that they've added in for the definitive edition.
The residents of New Los Angeles will
Missions.
seek your help with various requests and errands.
Better
They
mission
can earn
tracking.
rewards and strengthen your relationships with your fellow citizens.
Yeah, now we have better mission tracking as well, so it's not going to be quite as...
May unlock new missions.
Once again, would you lend me your strength?
No. Refuse.
or add new allies to the party.
Excellent. Let us set out immediately.
You got to do these so you can get all your allies.
You can hop online to team up with other players near and far.
Okay, here we go. The online.
Up to 32 players can join a squad, in which you'll work together to complete tasks such as collecting a certain number of items or felling specific enemies. Your
Okay.
individual contributions will count towards the squad's goals. Also, up to 4 squad members can team up in online co-op to face off against powerful foes.
Pretty much wholesale from the Wii U version, but just redesign some of the menus.
Of blight, a great cancer festering on the cosmos. Words are but wind, and yours rattle loudly. In this harsh land, only strength holds meaning.
Our survival as a species hinges on your efforts. Elma, we need your help. Please save us.
We threatened them. We didn't blow up their planet.
Our people don't have any reason to fight each other.
I am here to purge the universe of your disease, once and for all.
Enough of your talk. Enough of the pain you've caused the universe.
A lot of
The
new.
agony would be suffering you any longer.
Fight for humanity's survival in the Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition game. Available March 20th on the Nintendo Switch system.
March-
Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop.
We are playing. We will be there day one.
Plus, a brand new story
Brand
has
new
been added.
Oh, brand new.
Disappear? What do you mean? What do we know about it? Let it all out. We earned a big tearful reunion.
Mira disappearing. The ghost's arrival. Even the Ares. The dots all join up. It's connected.
Woo!
Again? How much longer do we gotta keep fighting?
Forever. So now that we went over the reaction and we kind of saw it for the first time, I want to break down a number of things that I really like that they showed overall and what I'm looking forward to the most. I'm going to first start off with the presentation of the game. Obviously, there is a nice facelift here. It's not anything super dramatic. It still looks like the Wii U game intact, but they've redone some of the faces here and there. They've sharpened things up overall, and I think that it looks really good when it comes to some of the other presentation things that they've done. The damage numbers, the fonts have all been redesigned, the UI, the menus, everything there looks super sharp and clean, and I really enjoy how they've actually laid it out. I think that the online menu for Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition looks super clean, how they've been able to group up the 32 players online in addition to the going out into co-op missions. So I like that they've done that. I think that it looks cleaner, it looks better, it looks nicer overall with all the different UI, the damage numbers popping up and all that, the fonts just being bigger. So I think it's going to be a much better game to enjoy and experience, especially when you start getting into the nitty-gritty of being able to pick certain skills and all the different equipment that you can use. That stuff was so tiny or kind of hard to see at times, and even on the on-screen combat, it was just small overall. So the fact that they've rehauled that and made it look so much better is definitely a good thing presentation-wise. Plus, there's a bunch of under-the-hood quality of life features and presentation stuff that they didn't talk about there, that various different content creators have went over, some of the stuff that I went over as well. So it's definitely a nice facelift overall for the presentation, for just a better, cleaner experience. Next up is the music. The music is incredible. You can hear it during the overview trailer. It just sounds great, from Black Tar to Theme X to all the different combat tracks and just everything. It's high quality music. I mean, what they were able to do there was just incredible. So Swano, man, that dude just knows how to get it done. He doesn't really miss overall. And honestly, Xenoblade Chronicles doesn't miss when it comes to music. Even if the tone is very different from other Xenoblade games, it still finds that same type of, I don't know, thing that makes Xenoblade overall, despite it being a little bit different when it comes to tracks like Black Tar or some of the other music in the game. It's very instinctful. It feels like, I don't know, Planet Mirror, right? Even though that's not necessarily a thing, it feels that way when you play the game, just because the music is just so in line with the colors and the presentation and the themes of Xenoblade Chronicles X. So I love it overall with the music, and yeah, sounds better than ever. Can't wait to go back in and listen to the music in the game. All right, next up, let's talk about the graphics, world, environments, and art style. All of these things kind of play a part into each other because clearly the Wii U, where this game was lifted from, is not the most powerful system out there, but Monolith Soft was able to extract every bit of power that they could, combine that with their world-class art style, and put it together with their great art team in order to create a lush, vibrant, massive, huge world that just looks great. And that is the same thing here on the Nintendo Switch. They showed off more of the environments. They showed off the skells interacting with them. They showed off the different enemies that are in the environments as well. And everything looks vibrant, lush, bright, and fun to go through and explore. And that's the best thing about the graphics in the game. Everything looks fun to kind of go through and play. And Monolith Soft, with their art style, it invites you to explore and continue saying, okay, what's that over there, or what's that over there? And with the skells and how they're designed, it's just one of those things that's kind of like poetry in motion once you start playing. But I was blown away even back 10 years ago with the environments in the game, and still to this day, this is one of the most impressive open world games from a sheer size standpoint, because this game is massive, but also what they've been able to do with how it looks as well, despite the Switch and obviously the Wii U not being anywhere near the strongest hardware in their generation. So it's so cool to see what they've done here, and it looks better than ever. So yes, super excited to see how Monolith Soft has adapted the game over to the Nintendo Switch from an art style perspective. Looks great, graphics look good, the world and environments, everything looks so detailed and nice. So yes, definitely very good here as well. Next up, I also want to detail the combat in addition to the online multiplayer. Both of these has gotten some nice facelifts a little bit, with the UI still generally exactly where it is positioned on the screen in addition to how you do things, but they've upgraded and added a few different things that I really like with the combat. The combat with the quick recast in order to get into more arts faster. If you don't have your overdrive, that's a nice little touch. Obviously, the call outs to your teammates in order to get certain arts done, that's something that's in the original. It's back here, better than ever, looks fast and fun to go through. Another thing that they didn't talk about here, but it's very important, is the positioning of your character, being on the side, in front, behind, based on what arts you do. That can cripple the enemy and get other things called out and done in order to get battles done faster, get better spoils or rewards, and just be more efficient overall. So Xenoblade Chronicles X, while it has a similar setup to other Xenoblade games with its combat, there's a lot of things that are different that makes it a ton of fun to play through. I like the style of weapons that they have, from pistols to assault rifles to different types of knives and blades and swords. It's a very militaristic. It's very more of a militaristic type of weapon set compared to what you see in other Xenoblade games, which has more of a little bit of a different futuristic or fantasy tone at times overall. So Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition kind of brings the heat with a lot of different guns, and even how your character is built up in the first place with classes, as you're a user created character overall. So you have different classes that you can pick and go through instead of a set kind of design type of path and different types of arts and ways in other Xenoblade games. So the combat is definitely still just as good, and of course enhanced in different types of ways with some little features that they've added in, plus the presentation uplift as well. We have to talk about the online multiplayer as well. Looks like that's been redesigned a little bit, still the base of what you know and love from the Wii U version of the game, but organized definitely better when it comes to the UI and everything, and explained pretty much. You have the 32 people squads where you can go in, collect resources, do things on a time limit. Then you also have the 4-player online co-op to where you can group up with your own friends in private battles, or you can go right into the matchmaking where it matches you up with people that are your level as well to play at your own pace, so you don't have people that are drastically over leveled or anything like that. You can also create your game, invite people over to yours as well. So it's a very good setup when it comes to the online in addition to the combat. Looks like it's all going to work hand in hand, and they're going to remove some of those barriers that it was to get into the online play that was on the Wii U. Looks like those are removed, and it's a much smoother, faster and better experience overall, and the amount of customization in terms of the scales is just mind-blowing. There's so many different combinations, so many different weapons to get, so many different ways to customize your scale to go into battle to take down some of the toughest enemies in the game and go online. So yeah, that is going to be a ton of fun. I'm probably going to find myself putting hundreds of hours into this game because there's a lot of stuff that I didn't do on the Wii U version of the game that I'm definitely going to do here now that I have a bit more, I would say, opportunity to play it because of the portable mode. You can play it away from the Wii U, so this time you can play it anywhere that you want, which is one of the things that was an issue for me on that. So very good to see that the combat has been preserved, has been upgraded slightly, a little bit easier for those who need it, and then of course just as good and just as fast and fun for everybody else who's used to the combat. So I cannot wait to get back into that. Another thing is the structure and quality of life improvements, like the blade points and the mission points and all that. That stuff has been pretty much done. So you can get right into the missions, you can get right into the content, you can get right into doing what you want to do when it comes to how you build your blade soldier overall. So I love that about it. It removes some of the barriers, but then again, at the same time, makes it more accessible and playable for everyone. So very good on that front. But last but definitely not least, we got to talk about the new content. It seems like it's going to be intertwined when it comes down to it. So there will be a final resolution for this game. For those who don't know, it ends on a cliffhanger with the original Xenoblade Chronicles X on the Wii U. So actually having a solution to that, which it seems like this is going to do, is definitely good. It looks high quality. It looks fun. That area looks so unique. I love the color palette and everything that they go with. So I like the fact that they brought back all the people, voice actors and everything to get more stuff done there. And once again, it's going to give us a final resolution. No spoilers here, but I think that the ending is probably going to be considerably better. The twists and turns is going to be so much better than what we had originally, because it kind of sucked ending on that and being like, oh man, that's it, and then never getting anything else. And now a decade later, they're like, all right, we'll finish it up for you guys. Maybe they thought they were actually going to do a sequel to it back then. Then of course it never came around to getting that, but now we finally actually get something when it comes to a resolution here with this new content. So very good. New skills, new weapons, new characters, new everything with this game. And the new characters, I should also add too, look really cool. So this is just overall a great package, and I cannot wait to play it. March 20th is going to be absolutely lit. So what do you guys think about Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition and this overview trailer? What were your highlights of the overview trailer and the game so far? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're someone new, click that notification bell, and check out my other Nintendo Switch, RPG content, and more right here on screen. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace.